the station anyone remembers, just a distant human voice. Outside the evening wind is moving, palm leaves whisper in the dark. Something hidden keeps on calling, like a tiny distant spark. Buried in the air, something we can almost hear, but never quite find there. Turn the dial again, turn the dial a static ray. Search beyond the static ray, hidden frequency calling from afar. Maybe every lost transmission still remembers where we are. Bassline drifting from the village, guitar answering down the lane. Smoke rising beyond the rooftops, heavy with the scent of rain. Still beneath the familiar music, something different starts to glow. A rhythm from another place now, coming through the radio. No clear name and no clear number, only fragments in the sound. Yet the more I try to catch it, the more it moves around. Let the signal flow. Every wave can carry something that the world may never know. Hear the static sing, listen for the hidden thing deep beneath the noise. Sometimes silence hides a message, waiting for a listening voice. Midnight settles on the rooftops, radio glowing in the room. The mysterious signal weakens, fading slowly into blue. One last pulse beneath the static, then the dial becomes still. Maybe it will come tomorrow, maybe from another hill. The antenna keeps on waiting, the old speaker keeps remembering. The night keeps holding secrets, and somewhere in the darkness, the hidden frequency still remains. Morning mist upon the hillside, cool breeze moving through the trees. Far above the sleeping village, something whispers on the breeze. Old radio beside the window, static dancing through the sound. Then a distant voice comes through it, clear and warm from higher ground. Nobody knows who sent the message, nobody knows where it began. Still it travels through the valley, finding every waiting heart. Message from the hills, calling from afar, through the trees and through the valleys, like a signal from a star. Hey, let the echoes roll, hey, wake the sleeping soul. Message from the hills, carried by the breeze. Some words travel much farther. when they're spoken through the trees. Afternoon along the pathway, farmers working in the field, guitar drifting from a doorway, old familiar rhythms feel, bassline humming from the radio, bird song rising from the ground, and the hills send back an echo, wrapping everything in sound. Someone pauses by the roadside, listening with an open heart. Maybe every distant message has a reason to be heard. Message from the hills, let the rhythm flow. Every echo carries something that the valley needs to know. Hey, hear the mountain call. Hey, peace is overall. Message from the hills, clear across the land. Sometimes wisdom travels quietly and finds us where we stand. Evening settles on the hillside, golden light begins to fade. Village lights appear below us, soft beneath the mountain shade. The final echo crosses valleys, then the silence settles in. Still the words remain remembered, like a song beneath the skin. The hills keep watching, the wind keeps carrying, the old radio keeps waiting, and somewhere beyond the valley, another message is on its way. The branches, sunlight breaking through the green. Old antenna on the hillside, barely visible, barely seen. Static whispers from the speaker, then a signal starts to rise. Something traveling from the distance, moving underneath the skies. Leaves are dancing in the breeze now, birds are calling from above. Every branch becomes a pathway for a message carried by the wind. Signal through the trees, coming from afar, moving through the branches like a message from a star. Hey, let the frequency flow. Hey, where it comes from, nobody knows. Signal through the trees, clear and wild and free. Somewhere in the forest, there's a voice reaching me. Afternoon beneath the canopy, shadows moving on the ground. Bassline drifting from the village, mixing with the forest sound. Guitar echoes through the branches, old drums answer from the hill. Then the radio catches something, a distant voice becomes still. No clear station, no direction, just a rhythm in the air. Every time the wind comes through me, I can almost hear it there. Signal through the trees, let the rhythm roll. Every pulse beneath the branches finds a pathway to the soul. Hey, hear the leaves reply. Hey, underneath the sky. Signal through the trees, traveling unseen, carrying a little mystery through the echoes through the forest, golden fading into blue. The antenna catches one last whisper, then the signal disappears from view. Crickets fill the empty spaces, night birds answer from the trees. Still I know the sound is somewhere, traveling upon the breeze. The forest keeps on listening, the branches keep on swaying, the old radio keeps waiting, and the signal through the trees keeps traveling into the night. Morning breaks in shades of green, or radio beside the river, catching signals rarely seen. Static rises through the speaker, then a rhythm finds its way. Guitar echoes through the branches, calling from a world away. Bird song mixes with the bassline, leaves are dancing in the breeze. Something travels through the forest, moving softly through the trees. Jungle transmission, coming through the green, a signal from beyond the trees, like nothing I have seen. Hey, let the frequency flow. Hey, where it comes from nobody knows. Jungle transmission, wild and deep and strong, carrying a distant rhythm through the jungle all day long. Afternoon beneath the canopy, sunlight breaking through the leaves. Old antenna on a wooden post, moving gently with the breeze. Bassline rolling by the river, drums responding from afar. Every sound becomes a message, every echo finds a path. Smoke rising from a hidden shelter, mixing with the humid air. Someone turns the radio slowly, and the signal's waiting there. Jungle transmission, let the rhythm roll. Every pulse beneath the branches finds a place inside the soul. Hey, hear the forest call. Hey, feel the rhythm through it all. Jungle transmission, from the river to the hill, the wild has got a language that is never standing still. Night descends upon the jungle, stars appearing through the leaves. The radio keeps softly humming, catching whispers in the breeze. Crickets fill the spaces between, while the distant drums reply. No one knows who sent the signal, but it travels through the night. The antenna keeps on turning, the frequency keeps shifting, the jungle keeps on speaking, and the jungle transmission keeps traveling through the green. soft against the window pane. Old receiver by the bedside struggles through the pouring rain. Static rises with the thunder, voices fading in and out. Turn the dial a little slowly, try to pull the signal out. Drops are running down the window, streetlights glowing through the gray. Somewhere underneath the static, there's a voice that wants to stay. Rain on the receiver, static in the rain. Every drop up on the rooftop makes the signal fade again. Hey, turn the dial once more. Hey, listen through the storm. Rain on the receiver, calling through the night. Sometimes a fading signal is enough to keep the light. Bassline from a distant house now travels softly through the wall. Guitar waits beside the window while the heavy raindrops fall. Someone's voice comes through the speaker, broken by a burst of rain. Then it disappears completely, leaving silence once again. I sit listening to the weather, watching water fill the street. Every thunderclap surrounds me, every heartbeat keeps the beat. Oh, rain on the receiver, let the rhythm flow. Even when the signal weakens, something keeps it moving slow. Hey, hear the rooftop drum. Hey, wait for what's to come. Rain on the receiver, through the stormy air. Some messages take a little longer before they reach you there. Near midnight, rain grows softer, thunder fading down the line. One clear voice breaks through the static, warm and steady for a time. Then the receiver settles quiet, rain still tapping on the roof. The message may have disappeared, but somehow